Maisha ina stress but sitachoka, manake mimi staya mimi nyota, Mungu peke ndio mimi nitaogopa. Get back 'cause unachoma choma choma choma, daily na meremeta, form yangu ni kutesa, usikol kama si pesa, bade najipeleka, inaselela dombola, mande mana lose composure, we catch flies, not feelings, leo tuna dance kwa ceiling, don't waste my time, don't miss my energy, don't kill my vibe, don't mess my energy, let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me, let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Feeling important, feeling like something is coming all over me. Feel like a soldier, feel like I'm going to war with the enemy. I've gotten older, I'm very comfortable with my identity. It's never over, I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm willing. I'm feeling hypnotized, I'm feeling like a child. I need to realize, I'm feeling so alive. I take off my disguise, and I get myself the prize. I don't mean to be shy, all I can do is try.
Don't waste my time, don't miss my energy, don't kill my vibe, don't mess my energy, let's say goodbye. Just fly around with me, let's spend some time. Just spend some time with me.
Some people search and seek until they find the light. Some people think that everything they think is right. Some people don't believe in peace, they want to fight. Some people not my type, some people not the vibe. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa. Shangilia, pango yote imepangiliwa, shida yetu yote tatuliwa, maisha yetu imebarikiwa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
You are one of a kind, and I wanna give you my all. You messing with my mind, yeah, girl, you are. My fancy must be blind, 'cause I can see myself
kikuwa beshte, nataka wewe, baby, make it happen. And I just wanna let you know that I will never let you go. And you will never be alone, 'cause I want you, I want you.
And I just wanna let you know that I will never let you go. And you will never be alone. I got you, I got you.
I don't wanna live a life
I don't wanna live a lie, baby.
without you, babe. I just wanna give you love.
I just wanna give you some love, give you some love.
I don't wanna live a life
I don't wanna lie to myself. Oh,
I just wanna give you love.
just wanna give you love. Just let me give you love.
And I just wanna
I just wanna let you know, baby.
never let you go.
Oh,
And you will never be
you will never be
alone.
alone. And I just wanna let you know that I will never let you go. And you will never be alone. I got you,
Said I got you.
girl. I got you.
Said I want you, baby.
I got you, girl.
Said I need you.
Said I got you, girl.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A good morning to you. My name is Caroline Murote. Karibu tena to Sheversations. This is a space where we amplify women's voices, female voices. If you want to have a conversation about the girlies, you want to know what's happening with the girlies in our country, then this is a place for you to be. My name, like I have said, is Caroline Murote. You can reach out to us across all of the socials, that being Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X on at Caroline_Murote. That one is for Instagram, at Caroline Murote Facebook and Twitter, and at Carol Murote, CAROLMUROTE on TikTok, and at Power Radio on the same platforms. Hashtag Sheversations, hashtag Sheversations with Caroline Murote, hashtag Power Radio, and hashtag Tune in Power Up. Na ya mwisho is a hashtag Art of Expression. Now, please let us have conversations. I want to know how you're doing this beautiful, beautiful 14th of July. We are smack in the middle of the month of July. And Sidri, I don't know about you, but I feel like the month is going by really, really quickly. But I am excited. I'm excited. And the time right now is 9 minutes past 11. And we have started our show off with some energy from Polaris Pauline with Mayonde and Modoni, the drama queen. Alafu tumekuwa na I Got You, that was Waithaka, and Wanjine and Wendy K saying I got you. And because I got you, I'm gonna leave you with some more beautiful jams before we prepare, as we prepare to kickstart today's Sheversation. So this is for you, my loves. Enjoy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Our radio.
Sijawahi ona kama wewe, a guy who fits my ideal type of guy. Ni kweli nimesaka kila kona, na bado sijapata my ideal type of guy. Akiniwe ni kama nitachota. Boy, 'cause you look so fine, and yes, you blow my mind. Yes, you blow my mind away. Sing you across the room, dancing to my favorite song. And boy, I can't ignore the way you're making me feel. Sing you across the room, dancing to my favorite song. And boy, I can't ignore the way you're making me feel. Mina taka to come away, come away, come away. Mina taka come away, come away, come away.
come my way. So baby, please won't you come my way? I don't want you to leave, the night's still young. Let's take it to the floor and dance real slow. All night long, all night long, all night long. Bila taka to come away. So baby, please won't you come my way?
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
You used to call me your little bird. Kanyoniga kwa kainaga. For when your spirits sank low, I'd sing them off the floor for you. The other buddies, yeah, they told me they saw you watching from the balcony. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. You said no, you never sang, you didn't know and didn't want to. And so we wrote a song for you. We wrote it in a day or two. A song about birds that watch other birds sing tunes. And it goes ooh. You said you'd like to try to sing. Would anybody really listen then? What if it wasn't that great? Or maybe it's too late to learn something. The other buddies will be listening, and they will help you in a heartbeat. We want to bring you up here to help us with the cheer of life. We watched you close your eyes, spread your wings, get ready to fly. And you sang, ooh. And we joined. This is a song I wrote for you. I hope you're somewhere out there listening to your little bird and all the other birds sing tunes.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Makulione mainge tata songea pando balane bumiene nanoa kana unenge medo makona we mobango kona oseo ako ndwetembua kila nenando nena utano lakini kibinduni ngwetie kwea nenge medo makona we mobango kona oseo ako ngwetembua sisiala yo akana kaku bua yako epeteke sisiala yo akana kaku bua yako epeteke meteka meteka peteke bua Jessica naningotona neweka madhina ni maingi ngoya kwa ninoete nengemedo makona we movango kona useo wako nwetembua nenge bina wakwekea kitone kingi muno. My eyes are blind, give me your eyes, oh Lord, let me see. Oh, skada-ba-da-da-ba-dee-da, 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 skada-da-da-ba-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, skada-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Sikubebanga sweta, kumbe hukuweza ningori. But I'ma call you later, tell you all about it. Nina mismo tura, smoky pasua, avocado ya group of schools. Cause it tastes different out here, and I miss you when you're not here. Mimi niko majuu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Mimi niko majuu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Si atini juicy pendi bagi mecha nimetumwa na watu wengi. To my lover and my sons, I'll be home soon. Nina miss tukilala in the afternoon. After church tukipiti ya Kikuyu. Can't wait to come home and hold you. Mimi niko majuu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Mimi niko majuu, flying, grinding. Tell you when I come through. Oh na 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 na, oh na na. Yeah, yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations. The time is 23 minutes past 11 and we are cruising along nicely. Tumekuwa na Come Away by Mudhaka and Miss Kuria, and then Kanyoni by Barbara Wangoi, Mbua Manase Shalom, and Nikoma Jew by Fee. Because Tukoma Jew, we are going to stay on a high regardless of any other thing, any other drama yenye inaweza jaribu kutusumbua, right? Okay, ladies, gents, yes. Now let's get into what's happening. What's been going on with the girlies in our country, the girlies in Africa, and the girlies around the world. So, and this is particularly in the month of July, right? So on the 10th of July, we had a meeting at the Safari Park Hotel where 7 female governors led by Wavinya Ndeti of Machakos launched a gender-responsive budgeting initiative. Yes, so they signed a pact to allocate 35% of county budgets to women's healthcare and education. And why is this important? Because we need to combat maternal mortality. Yes, because currently we have 342 deaths per every 100,000 birds, right? That's quite a tragedy. And they are going to use the new fistula centers announced in Kitui, in Nakuru, as well as Kisumu. So I'm hoping that that initiative is going to be successful. So yeah, this is something that we want to see more of, gender responsive budgeting. All right. Alafu tumekuwa na Joyful Women Initiatives, agribusiness fund. And we have a collective of women called the Joyful Women's Initiative, right? And they're located in Eldoret, was in Gishu, and they launched a fund for women farmers to reduce post-harvest losses, right? And who led this particular meeting and this initiative? That is Wanjira Mathai, who's Wangari Mathai's daughter. And the reason why this is happening is because 60% of women smallholders lack storage facilities. Did you know that? And how this is going to be unveiled is that they're going to have grants of 50,000 to 500K for solar dryers as well as silos. So that goes to support women in agri business. And honestly, shout out to Wanjira Mathai. She's doing beautiful work. Alafu tuko na free sanitary pads for 3,000 schools that were given out by the Ministry of Education via CS Ezekiel Machogu. Yes, and this happened in Turkana, Mandera, as well as Kajiado counties. And what happened is that they had 2.4 million pads distributed to the aim of combating period poverty. And did you actually know that more than 1 million girls miss school monthly due to menstruation? This is a conversation that we've been having on Sheversations, and I love hearing success stories, impact stories of just us as a country and the powers that be taking initiative to combat these things that we're always talking about. And the Ministry of Education is partnering with Zana Africa as well as Always, right? The company that produces menstrual products. And this is something that's really close to my heart, not going to lie. Something that we care about deeply here on Sheversations because it's basic. It's basic. It's human dignity, and not taking care of girls' menstruation and them allowing them to have their periods in dignity is dehumanizing, right? And that's something that is quite heartwarming, right? Sasa kumekuwa na, the DCI and feminists in Kenya have Feminists in Kenya activists, right, in collaboration with the DCI, have made 47 arrests linked to gender-based violence crimes. Okay, and this particular update was released on the 14th of July by the DCI, and this is because there's been so much public outcry after 5 high-profile murders in June, and there have been new hotlines launched. So you dial *575# in 15 counties. I'm going to get the name of the 15 counties. But yeah, if you dial a *575# you are able to give information on the perpetrator of a GBV and femicide crime near you. It's very sad that this is what we're launching hotlines for, but it's also heartwarming that something is being done. So shout out to the DCI as well as feminists in Kenya. And this means that the arrests surge by 23%, which goes to show that when law enforcement and stakeholders, society stakeholders, CSOs stakeholders, when stakeholders come together, the law enforcement actually does its work, then a difference is actually made, because the ones that have become victims of these heinous crimes are actually brought to justice. So I'm very happy to hear that. And then tumekuwa na Harambee Stars, the Harambee Starlets qualifying for the CAF Women's Champions League. Yes, so they actually are qualified on the 11th of July at the Moi International Sports Center in Kasarani. And the one who took us there is a striker, Mwana Halima Adam, who scored 2 goals for the Harambee Starlets, defeating Tanzania 2-1 in the qualifiers. And this is the first time actually that Kenya is hosting the tournament that's meant to happen in November this year, November 2025. And the government has pledged 200 million for training. 200 million for training from the government of Kenya to the Harambee Starlets. So that's exciting news. And for more exciting news is that on the 9th to the 15th of this month, there is an ongoing Mama Africa art exhibition that is happening at the Nairobi Gallery. It has gone viral, ladies and gentlemen, and it's being curated by Munyiri Kaguru. And what's going on is that there are 30 female artists that are showcasing recycled pad installations. Okay, recycled pad installations. That is wild. And why is this happening? Because we need to challenge period stigma. And the proceeds of this particular gallery, 50% of the sales are going to fund girls' education. We just learned from another story that more than 1 million girls in our country, I'm pretty sure that number is much, much higher, miss school because of period poverty. So shout out to Munyiri Kaguru and the Mama Africa art exhibition. So you might want to pass by, finishes tomorrow at the Nairobi Gallery, and you can go have a look for yourself to see what's going on there with the recycled pad installations. And now a happy story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've been talking about land rights as well. That's a conversation that we've had here. A Nakuru widow, as recently as yesterday, wins a 15-year land battle. 15 years is wild. 15 years is crazy. But yes, Esther Wamboi, who's a 72-year-old widow, has been awarded a 15-acre matrimonial land. Okay, so her husband passes away, and sasa kuna family tussles, all of that. But she decided to take this on. She decided to go and claim what was hers. And the precedent that has been set for the Matrimonial Property Act is very beautiful, right? And she was being supported by pro bono lawyers from FIDA Kenya. FIDA Kenya have been superstars from the very first day they started just doing the most for the community, and they've done it again for Esther Wamboi, again, who's a 72-year-old widow in Nakuru. And I can imagine if it's 15 years, she's 72, it means that alianza hii kesi akiwa 57 years. Imagine a 57-year-old woman needing to be 72 years to fight for the land that has been hers. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. Our systems need reforms. Policies are there, laws are in place, but the administration and of this law is where everything goes wrong. So I love it for Esther Wamboe. Very sad that it took 15 years, but really glad that FIDA Kenya were able to step in there and assist. And just goes to show what happens when women come together. Collaborative effort and building together. Tunashikana mkono and we build each other up, lift each other up. That's the kind of, that's what we need to see. Now, we have been talking about child marriages here on Sheversations. We have been talking about not marrying girls off at a young age, it's disgusting, it is wrong, it is immoral. However, in so many parts of our country, it is tradition and culture. And we said that culture is progressive, culture is dynamic, culture changes, and whatever is a retrogressive aspect of culture needs to be done away with. And as a result, there has been a Samburu child marriage crackdown as recent as 12th of July in Samburu County via UNICEF as well as Girl Child Network, where 23 girls aged from 12 to 16 years have been rescued from forced marriages. So this is a collective of multiple different stories. Again, the combined and collective efforts of UNICEF and Girl Child Network. And it's quite sad. And the reason why this was necessary is because 14% of girls aged 12 to 16 in this particular region marry before the age of 15. And this is according to UNICEF data. Yeah. And how is this made possible? Rescuing girls from forced marriages is when they are intentional community scouts that actually understand that a young girl should not be in a forced marriage, right? As well as police raids, because it is illegal as much as it is culture and tradition in some areas. Legally, it is illegal, and morally, honestly, I know morality really depends on where you're from, but if I feel like it's okay to kill somebody and where I'm from we eat people does not make it okay. So then we come back to morality is not a matter of opinion, because if I'm a married woman and I want to beat my husband because I feel like there's a valid reason, that doesn't make it okay. So we cannot base morality based on culture and tradition. Like, oh, kwako hai makes sense, kwangu ina makes sense. That's not what happens when it comes to the law. And fortunately for this different 23 girls aged 12 to 16, imagine where you were at 12 years, 13, 14, 15, 16. I remember dreaming. I remember being a young poet, a young writer. I remember being a really diligent student. I remember being a public speaker, a debater. I was a prefect. I was a teacher's pet. I was an exemplary student, but I also really liked reading novels, listening to music. I was a dancer. I used to dance in church. Yeah. At 16 years, 12 years, all I cared about was having a nice birthday cake and having nice presents for my birthday once a year, going to my friends' birthday parties. Honestly, I was not thinking about marriage, okay? When I was 12, when I would think about marriage, it was a far-fetched goal, the Cinderella Princess Charming thing that most girls, because of what we're exposed to, tend to dream about. It was a dream. It was a beautiful desire. It wasn't an older man being forced onto me because of culture or because of poverty, because of financial reasons. No. So this is not something that makes us happy to continue talking about. But yeah, this is good effort from UNICEF and Girl Child Network. So kudos to you. Now, let me know what you think about these stories that I am sharing. Right, that's what's been happening. Na pia tuko na Women in Tech Hackathon winners. So we have a team Code Queen, right? For the Women in Tech Hackathon, led by Linda Kamau, and they developed an app to report GBV anonymously. Did you know that? So they are called Code Queen, right? Team Code Queen. So you would like to check them out on social media. Also search for Linda Kamau. She has developed this particular app. Yeah, and only 12% of survivors report assault. So what's happening with the rest of the 88%? 88% of GBV survivors, right? So that's rape, sexual molestation, gender-based violence, like assault, only 12% report. That's very sad. That's quite a small number, and makes it easier because we are a techie generation. We are a technologically advanced generation. So I feel like this is a good coming together of technology and just a good community effort, just good work, right? By Linda Kamau and her Code Queen team. And this happened at the iHub Nairobi, and they have won 3 million Kenyan shillings for seed funding for this particular app. And that's the kind of solutions we need, right? A problem oriented solutions, or solutions for problems, realistic solutions for problems where you're actually solving the problem as opposed to attempting to solve the problem. And this information is what gets law enforcement closer to making an arrest, making a conviction, and all of that. And then also we have 12 graduates from the first all-women safari guides cohort from the Masai Mara. So we have 12 graduates, and they have been certified by KPSGA after 6 months training. So imagine all ladies. This safari guides tunajuanga wanakuanga wanaume. It's mostly men, honestly. Just check your latest recent movie vlog from your influencers, tourists, videos, tourist sites. Honestly, tour guides are almost always men. Truth be told, like I know there's a woman hapa pale, but almost always. So it's quite a big feat to have a first all women safari guide cohort in the Masai Mara, one of the greatest tourist attractions in our country, and women are taking a forefront. This is what we're talking about when we say empowerment. We're saying have representation, give women the same and equal opportunities to the opportunities that men are getting. And only 5% of guides are female, meaning that 95% of guides are male. Okay, this particular initiative was sponsored by Basecamp Foundation sponsorship. So if you feel like, no, I'm not an activist, oh no, I'm not a feminist, it's fine. If you care about women, your organization could support initiatives like this, because those organizations, institutes actually offer training. So if you say no, I'm going to offer funding. I'm going to sponsor a women's only cohort, in the plight, towards the goal of empowering women and increasing opportunities for women in an area where women are underrepresented. That is how you participate. You don't need to be making noise kamakaro, or like, some other people out there. There are so many different ways to participate and make a difference. And before I come back with what else is happening around Africa and in the world, we are going to just have a jam. We're going to have Niambie by Zenia Manasseh, and then I'll come back and finish us off.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Niamini, ninataka uwe wangu milele, kabla upate nishakuwa na mwingine. Niambie ni mimi, niambie ni mimi, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine. Decision on a mission for more. It's such a challenge, got tightrope balance, but it's worth fighting for. Niambie ni mimi, niambie ni mimi, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine, sitaki kujua mwingine.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Mimi nimesikia uchungu juale. Mimi hata badali muniue muache watoto. Afadhali mtuue sisi wazee. Umetuachia nani? Sasa huyo kijana amekufa hapo, mama yake amewachwa na nani?
Mtoto amelazwa mochari, niliambiwa nikiwa kazi, walimupiga risasi hadharani, katumwa kamwone babake mguuni. Baby, I cried, I promise I cried. Niliampa kura, amekumaliza many regrets, nimebaki nazo, lakini usijali juu. Nitawakumbusha jinsi ulikuwa. Nitawakumbusha kwangu wema kuwa.
You remember the other night when you shouted, boy, turn off the lights. We were just fresh from a fight. My involvement on the Kenyan's plight. Sorry, mama, didn't mean to be rude. Late night tears in your room, so I had to fill in his shoes. Cause things are going my shire hood. Well, I saw Mato and Brayo marching next to me. Top of our vocals, to shout, oh, reject finance bill. While little bigger smoke on our batons, protesting peacefully. Kishagiza totoro, niko limbo, bunduki. Mamio niko na dado is proud, oh. Tumesikia eti zakayo, kalamu ilisha wino.
Nitawakumbusha jinsi ulikuwa. Nitawakumbusha kwangu wema kuwa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Welcome back to Sheversations, and the time is 14 minutes to half past the day, 14 minutes to noon. That means that it is 11:46. And in case you're just joining us or you just joined us a few minutes ago, my name is Caroline Murote. This is Sheversations, a place where we amplify female voices, because where would we be as a society if we don't take care of our women? Sasa tumesikiza nini? Tumesikiza Niambie by Zena Manase, and then Nitawakumbusha by Fee and Okelo Max, who were talking about injustice. They're talking about, let's not forget the lives that we have lost. Let's not forget the damage that happened to our country, that particular one pertaining to the 2007 post-election violence. So if you're looking for activism, that's exactly what we're talking about. Nitawakumbusha by Fee and Okelo Max. Right. What's happening in Africa? What's going on in the women's spaces in Africa? From Nigeria, we have Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, who launched She Trades West Africa on the 11th of July to train 10,000 women in export skills. All right, so the Nigerian baddies are learning how to be exporters. Yeah, and that's exciting. Honestly, I love it for Nigeria. Now, Pale down south, Mzansi, South Africa, in Cape Town, there has been a law passed requiring 50% women on corporate boards. Come on now. When you are talking a 2/3 gender rule, when you are talking quotas, affirmative action, mtachoka zaidi, because that's what's going on in Cape Town. 50% women on corporate boards. Wamesema half. If you have a corporate board in your organization, half of those positions need to be left open for women. And I love that because still, I know people argue that it's not a merit-based system, it's discrimination based on gender. No, affirmative action is actually necessary because affirmative action implies that there was a disparity. Affirmative action implies that there was an issue, and I would love for us to explore this in conversation. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you agree with what South Africa has done, particularly in Cape Town, the city of Cape Town? Wamesema 50%. 50% of corporate baddies need to be the girlies. They need to be queens. Yeah, this is happening in Mzansi. And in Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame has appointed 60% a female cabinet as of July 13, including the first LGBTQ plus minister. That's very interesting. I find that very, very interesting. So imagine 60% of a female cabinet, right? And Rwanda has been known recently to be quite a trendsetter when it comes to getting things done and getting things done in the right way. I know lots of people have lots of things to say about Dr. Paul Kagame, dictator, this. But my chat is, if he's a benevolent dictator, if at all, he is, right? So this is all alleged. This is a perception out there that, you know, he does things his way, the way he wants. But if the country is not descending into chaos, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if the leadership strategies are actually working for the betterment of the country, the advancement of the country, the development of the country, then what are we really saying? What are we really saying? And we know that Rwanda has come from quite a chaotic past. It's one of those African countries that were quite, you know, for lack of better words, dismantled, annihilated because of war, you know, due to foreign and international politics, interference, genocide. Hotel Rwanda, go and watch that movie Hotel Rwanda if you've never understood the scope of what happened in the Rwandan genocide. Go and watch the movie Hotel Rwanda, and it paints for you. There's a particular scene in Hotel Rwanda. I have forgotten the name of the actor, and because Hollywood does what Hollywood does, is that they will put black American actors to act as Africans, which that's the ghetto. But you know what? I appreciate it anyways. There's a particular scene where the male actor are driving, right? Wametoroka because there's insurgents, they're running for their lives through the forest, and he's driving in the mist, and then he gets to a place where it's very bumpy. He's wondering, why can't we drive? Mbona barabara iko bumpy hivi? And believe me when I say that this was a blood cuddling scene. Like your blood just starts to cuddle because you're like, what's like ile dhidhia, something horrible happening. Unajua kuna kuanga na dhidhia when you hear a sound, something cringy, dhidhia disgust. No, this was dhidhia kai. You know, like if you're just watching somebody having their neck sliced, a human being, like iyo dhidhi. He comes out of the car and there is bodies on the floor of the forest. Bodies on the whole forest floor, and ndio managari haisongi vizuri. They have been driving on bodies. There are bodies piled everywhere. And he comes out and it's misty. And he's struggling to walk. And then it clears up. Oh my God, that scene, guys. I don't remember how old I was. Let me just Google release of Hotel Rwanda. I just want to, 2004. 2004. Right? So the genre is a war thriller. Right? It's a war thriller. And so if you need to look for that, look out for Hotel Rwanda 2004. That's crazy, guys. I really, hata sai nikikumbuka nasikia Naskia sijui, I don't know what to say. So understanding the kind of history, that was just to because a lot of people are not very familiar. Our education systems did a thing, so a lot of us are not always very familiar with what exactly happened. Why are they always having remembrance every single year, what actually happened? So understanding the kind of horrible war crimes, horrible genocide that the country Rwanda had to recover from, starting to build their country from scratch, a country that was nothing. One of the poorest countries in Africa in the early 2010s is currently one of the most progressive countries in Africa in terms of how quickly it's growing. So it's not quite there yet, but it's growing quite fast. And as part of the progressiveness, we have a 60% female cabinet appointed by Paul Kagame, including a first LGBTQ plus minister. So when it comes to inclusivity, he's right there. Now in Ethiopia, we have Eleni Coffee, which is a woman-owned coffee initiative that won an International Coffee Award on the 12th of July. Shout out. And in Tanzania, we have 1,000 Maasai women who formed a beadwork cooperative that earns them $1 million US per year. Beadwork. Okay? Beadwork. Wewe mwenye unajiambia, si kwenda shule, I'm not corporate, I'm not exposed. Listen, use what you have in your hands. All right? Because I could imagine that watu wanauzia wazungu, tuanzie tu hapo. They're selling to organizations because you don't make $1 million yearly from just kuuza pale Masai Market. Sorry to anybody who works in Masai Market. I'm just using you to scale. That's probably not how much you're earning. Lakini kama mko hapo na vendors Masai Market, pale Hilton Arcade, mmewaekea, all the malls where you guys sell as these beads for ridiculous prices, kuna wenye watanunua because hawana poverty mentality and they're financially empowered. They're going to give you your $7 for a bracelet, which is like, 700 shillings, right? For bracelet ya Kenya, 50 bob, right? That's more than 100% profit. That's profit 700%. 700%. Do you understand what I'm saying? 7 times the profit. And I am imagining that that's the kind of positioning, the kind of business setup that this 1,000 women have actually formed in order for their beadwork cooperative to earn that much money in TZ. So, ebu tumia Kenya mkonayo. Whatever idea you have, just start. You don't know who's going to come pick it up and just give you a brilliant idea on how to market, because there's a lot of money a lot of people that would pay a lot of money for what is devalued in your own society. That's something I've learned. Mnakumbuka ile film Rafiki that was banned in Kenya and then our entertainment minister went to go and view it in Cannes, Palais, France. That was very interesting that we cannot view it in our own country, but somebody else, and it won an award at the Cannes Festival. I can't remember, I think 2019, maybe? I think it was 2019 or 2018. Yeah, one of those 2 years. And to me, that's just goes to show that kuna scripture inasemanga, a prophet is never welcomed at home. Okay, and if you're a literature student, you understand how you analyze. Kumanisha that you might be doing something that people see has no value, but there's somebody somewhere who is looking for you venye tu uko. Okay, that's me talking to myself. That is me affirming myself. So I hope that you take that for yourself. Girlies and gents, please take that advice for yourself. And globally, let's just dive into that real quick in the next few minutes before we reach the top of the hour, before we are half past the day. So we have... This is in human rights areas, right? So we have the U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris announcing $500 million grant for global menstrual equity. That is how much she has committed for global menstrual equity. All right. And then the European Union, the EU, has passed a law criminalizing cyber violence against women. We have enough laws. Now we want to see it being implemented. That's all I'm saying. I'm happy, but all I'm saying is that now we would like to see it being correctly implemented. What's going on in India? We have a Kerala, right? Kerala. Elected 75% women in local council. So that's an area in India. And in Brazil, we have the Marielle Franco Act So in English, we would read it as the Marielle Franco Act, mandated femicide courts in all the states. So as opposed to just, crying femicide this, femicide that, what we need, the same way we have dedicated gender police desks, now in Brazil, all states have a femicide court. So just dedicated to women, right? It's not going to be thrown out. We have money and systems dedicating to solving this problem in Brazil. And as you can see, this is a global issue, guys. This is not an issue to be taken lightly. And in Japan, we have the first woman CEO appointed at Toyota. Love that. Okay, first woman CEO appointed at Toyota. In the good land of Afghanistan, we have the underground women's schools now teaching 500,000 girls secretly. Listen, we're going to learn, even if we have to do it underground or in caves, okay? And that's what's going on in Afghanistan. In Canada, we have free childcare in offices, which reduced women's unemployment by 18%. Okay. It means ukiingia job unachia the nannies and the caretakers mtoto pale chini. I was gonna make a joke and say unachia wachi mtoto. No, but you have a crash, you have a nursery, you have child minders, you have facilities that just really uphold safety and the needs of your child, meaning that because you're not gonna try and look for child minding, you're bringing your child to work and you're being taken care of. Right. And then we have in France, 1 billion euro fund for women-led climate startups. So mkiona watu pale wanaongelelea the climate, is because, first of all, it's a thing, because this weather doesn't make sense to anybody. I don't know, kama nyinyi mmezoea. We understand that we're in the cold season, but it was quite warm 30 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago, it was quite warm. Sai kunaka kunyesha. In the morning, it was very cold. Now, imerudi. And the sun maybe is going to visit us in the middle of the day. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is climate change. Climate change is a real thing, and they're putting real money in climate startups that are women-led in France. So, enter to pale, Google, maybe you get money for actually participating in making our world greener and having more sustainable practices and empowering your corner of the world in a better place. And in Australia, we have a law passed for 10-day paid domestic violence leave. This is wild. It's crazy because domestic violence leave, I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know. I need to settle myself for 1 second, okay? Because sometimes you come across the stories and then they take you by storm. Yani, they just take you. So I understand that we're saying that this matters, like venye kumekuwa na a dedicated court in every state, a femicide court in Brazil. But what we're saying is that Australia passed a 10-day paid domestic leave. Like, they're acknowledging that women are being beaten. They're acknowledging that there is domestic violence at home. And the minute you report that your husband punched you, they're going to pay you to go off of work for 10 days. So I don't know what infuriates me more. The fact that they're acknowledging that this is happening. Meanwhile, I'm very glad. I really respect, but this is somehow twisted. Sijui kama ni mimi. You let me know, ladies and gentlemen, at Caroline_Murote on Instagram, at Power Radio, on all the platforms. On Facebook, you'll find me at Caroline Murote, at Carol Murote on TikTok, and Caroline Murote on Twitter. And up here, you can leave a comment on our YouTube there, where we're streaming live. Let me know how you feel about this. That no, you come in with a black eye, you've come in, you've proven that no, you've actually been beaten. And then they're gonna, why is it okay in the first place? Why is this something that's not being dealt with? So the fact that we're actually taking care of victims, and acknowledging that this is normal. That's what it is. That's what it is to me. I'm not saying they don't do it, right? Because I'm pretty sure I'm better off if I have my 10 days off if somebody tried to knock me in the face because they're my boyfriend or my husband. That's okay. But the normalization of domestic violence is what is really ticking me off. The fact that this is normal. Mpaka employers wamesema 10 days off. Akikuja amesema ati amechapwa, amekanyangwa, amekaliwa kama chapati, amekunjwa vibaya. Give her 10 days off, now mlipe. We have normalized this. It's like when a girl is raped and then you throw millions of dollars or millions of whatever your currency is in her face instead of actually arresting the perpetrator and still giving this girl money. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, pay her off. I was watching one of my favorite podcasts. It's wild, guys, and please let me not be your role model, but it's called Open Chats South Africa. Open Chats South Africa, second biggest podcast after the podcast, Podcast and Chill, the MacG network, all of those, the whole network of podcasts. So the second biggest in South Africa currently, and really growing, and actually got Podcaster of the Year last year in their social media awards. It's called Open Chat South Africa. So they were discussing Philly, right? Because we're talking about violence. Young Philly and Chunk. So Philly is a UK-based entertainer, influencer who right now has been cancelled. There is no word for it. He has been cancelled. Like he was, there was a Philly and Chunk's show because they used to be best friends. He was a good friend of, what are they called? The Beta Squad. The Beta Squad has Nico Omilana. If you're not familiar, Nico Omilana has more than 7 million subscribers on YouTube. He is a content creator. He makes the most brilliant, crazy, silly videos, pranks, but very from a production angle and content creation, quite brilliant. But anyways, this is just to give you context as to who young Philly is. So Philly went for a tour. He was also a musician, has music out, and Akaenda Australia last year. And a girl said, a 19-year-old girl, I believe she was 19. I stand to be corrected. And she said that this man raped her. And so he was grounded, like, no, you're not going anywhere. And so wakasema, for example, kuna watu wengine kama Ronaldo apparently also has a court case in the US. And so now on this podcast, they were saying, remember now, the anger, we're talking about money and throwing settlements at issues that should be resolved in a different way. So kwa podcast, walikuwa naulizana, there was a panel of four youngins. It's always chaotic on that podcast, Open Chats Podcast South Africa. And walikuwa naulizana, why didn't they just pay? Why doesn't Ronaldo just pay these people? And waka discuss Diddy. We all know Diddy with the baby oil. Puffy Sean Combs. We all know about him. If you don't, please just zima tupasimu. I'ma come give me because mine isn't working. And they said that Diddy set himself up correctly, which I would say is the truth, right? He set himself up really well. And they said the reason why they said that is because he has so much dirt on so many powerful people that he's not going to be convicted for a lot of the crimes that he was charged for. Why? Because the judges are in his pocket in the same things. The celebrities that would have been witnesses, that are witnesses, that actually do not like what he did, that some of them were abused, are collaborators, right? He's like, if I'm going down, y'all are going down with me. Sasa watu wakanyamaza. And they were commending the strategy, right? They were not commending his heinous acts. But they were commending the fact that he actually played the game. As an evil man, as a predator, he played the game. Alafu walikuwa najiuliza, why doesn't Ronaldo just do that to make the rape case go away? You know? Like, and then, do you understand what I'm saying? So it's giving normalization. It's giving, if there is money, then we're going to settle that. That's why it makes me feel uncomfortable. Because this is not where we're supposed to be that. No, if you're raped, we'll pay you money. If we kill Albert Ojwang, we'll give the family money. If you're beaten, we give you money and 10 days off. These are not the solutions we want. You let me know what you think. That's just me. I'm happy that something is being done, but this is not the something that we want. I feel like this is settling for a low hang, like this is no, this is not the best version of this scenario. This is not the best outcome, okay? Let me know what you think, because it's gotten my blood boiling. So give me your feedback. I would love to hear from you. And then ya mwisho kabisa, so that I stop ranting and leave you alone for now, is that the UN Women Deliver 2025 Summit is that is set for October 2025. Women deliver, meaning women leaders, just seeing how women can participate in sustainability, progressive development, good governance, advocating, and just propelling human rights. This summit, Women Deliver 2025, a summit by the United Nations, is set for Seoul in Korea, right? 2025 October. So in October, they are going to be in South Korea, Seoul, and there is a 200,000 attendees expected. All right. So that is something that's actually happening with the UN. So that is a Women Deliver Conference, a Women Deliver Summit 2025 by the UN. So that's something exciting, because we are always looking out for what's going on with the girlies and how can we be better powered already. So mimi nimemaliza kuvent for now. Nimemaliza kuvent. Let's jump into Njoro wa Manjaro, because that's a vibe that I'm feeling like. That's a Safa Njora and Joy Ochola, maybe a couple more jams, and then we'll come back and get into whatever it is that we are going to be discussing today. Give me feedback on how you are enjoying the show so far and what has struck you. Mimi, you already know.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
People keep saying that Kenyan music haina sound. Kwani hizo ngoma zote ni mime? Nimegrow na hii, ninajenga na hii. Basically, bila hii, mimi bado. Clap your hands one time, make it 2 times. Now 3 times a charm, now unwind. Ni ite from vile, niko down to take a bath in a good vibe. Scar Blinky on a new track, Cam Beatty on a new flick. Come down on a new scene, Kama Chuchu on a new pick. Picture perfect vision on a jab that beat. To fake it to us so sick, pole kwa delay. Take it to delay, pole kwa delay. Take it to delay. Wire that wale hadi waire apande mizizi. Ndio nazizi aturoge na cocktail ya mnazi. Mini fanboy. Excuse me, kasi make sense, kani noise ni necessary. An exemplary, uliza plenary, pundit, sorry, punit, focus, ka fresh carbon. I see this CD needs a compact. Gabu, you guy, roba me come, color me ban, nyasha me flames, dog pound, chihuahua. Maybe Ali catch, maybe Ali patch, who knows? Patch to the uttermost, kama aro yo, ameni jazz, asiyo, weka pasadwar. Jora wa Manjaro, amekuja na top 5 kama thao. 2-5 flow ni anthem wapi Jairo. Hapa moto kama pasi ita 5. Jora wa Manjaro, amekuja na top 5 kama thao. Na sija wataja wote bado. Hapa moto kama pasi ita 5. Sitie shaka, kitu siwa, kala mashaka, shafikiwa. Uko flani ndio uko yani, back and bones, sisi matawi. Ogopa DJ Moss, Boomba Train ndio main floss. Nameless Issa to the whole crew, Kapuka never felt so good. K-South be the real shaka, can't forget all the boom blaka. Iyo ni nini sema no, gengi baba ya tonton. Flex jua na no nini, wakikam kwa booth tutasema nini. Kings wa East in beast mode, Ken wa A on cheat codes. King Kali na Octo, beef tamu leta pronto. Eyes of skill never felt so real. Resume unraveling, no time to be graveling. Thank you, salute, bila nyinyi sisi bado. Hala, Jora wa Manjaro, amekuja na top 5 kama thao. 2-5 flow ni anthem wapi Jairo. Hapa moto kama pasi ita 5. Jora wa Manjaro, amekuja na top 5 kama thao. Na sija wataja wote bado. Hapa moto kama pasi ita 5. Juliani on course, ni mkali of course. Kantai RIP, mode ni a boss. King Kong jo sauce, K-rap main course. Habib na manga tupe anime, Matrix yani end of age, njora wa manjaro amekuja na top 5 kama tao, na sijawataja taja wote bado, hapa moto kama pasi ita 5-0.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Thinking it's my charm, now I know your truth is where freedom begins. I'm prayed up, now I can define it again. Willpower never won any war, so I know to get to you I gotta get on the floor. Shida zangu, yeah, I've been here before. Lakini kitu gani kweli, ni ngumu for my Lord. Maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Say maombi ni ibada, na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily, nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, even when the clouds are gray. Wanirudisha hata nikigo astray. Misi worry, mina pray. Very early, a killer day. On the daily, me need to set my alarm. Mina jenga na wewe na your foundation ni firm. Maombi ni ibada na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Si maombi ni ibada na magoti ndiyo njia kukupata. Daily nipate nikisala, maisha yangu mina kupa wetawala. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Ombi langu faraja, imani yangu ibada, neema yako msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Faraja, faraja, ibada, ibada, msaada, msaada. Ombi langu ni wewe, ombi ni wewe, ni wewe. Ombi langu, ombi ni wewe. Nimepata habari kutoka mbali, watu wanabonga hata majirani. Onyi yule moja kutoka Embakasi anarusha pati ya kukata na magazi. Onyi jadala wa yule kijana ya umenipotelea. Onyi jadala wa yule kijana ya kumbuka tukiteseka. Onyi ila nanade, onyi ila nanade. Chakreni yura pesa, 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 chakreni yura pesa. Watu na ugeuka, mfuko ikipanuka, tangu tuwe wadogo litai kuishi runda. Dia ishafunguka, hofu utanikumbuka, hata natupa tukigongana dunda, dunda, da, da. Onyi jadala wa yule kijana ya umenipotelea. Onyi jadala wa yule kijana ya kumbuka tukiteseka. Onyi ila nanade, onyi ila nanade. Chakreni yura pesa, 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 chakreni yura pesa.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back, and the time is 21 minutes past half past the day. That means that it's 21 minutes past 12. You are on Sheversations on Power Radio. Here we tune in Power Up. Power Up. Let me know how you're powering up. Let me know how you're powering up and what elements of this show, this conversation, this Sheversation is actually touching you. Mimi, nimeshawambia hii story ya kulipa watu for hurting them, for raping them, throwing money instead of throwing solutions is crazy. It is wild to me. I am not happy. I am not impressed. Lakini what's impressing me is Njoro Manjaro, Elsafa Njora, and Joy Ochola shouting out the hip-hop industry, shouting out all the greats, Hapo Njoro Manjaro. He's saying, I'm just one of the greats. I'm just but one of the many legends, right? Essentially what that song is saying. And then Omera Polaris Paulina natusalimia amesema what's up, and then Ombi, right? And then tumekuwa na Onyi by the only Rosa. Ombi was by who? Yeah, I'm gonna find it already, by Shani. Now guys, mi nataka tuongelee maneno ingine hapa, okay? Women and leadership, okay? Just I need us to discuss. Because what's going on? Women, politics, the patriarchy, are we the drama? It's systems the drama? You know, when we advocate for women to be given opportunities, when we advocate for women to have open doors, when we advocate for women to have 50% of the seats in the boardroom, alafu wanaenda wanafanya the same ufala that men have been doing all along. What are we actually saying? Why does this actually happen? Is it systems that are reinforcing this mentalities of internalized patriarchy that even women carry out, express, are, you know, they're what do you call it? They're accomplices. Yeah. If I was watching you there killing someone kanyamaza, I'm an accomplice to your crime. Nilikusaidia and alafu kanyamaza. I didn't report the crime, and yet I was there. Kama inaweza kuwa wewe ndio ulifanya, but if I was there and I didn't report you, I didn't snitch, I'm an accomplice, right? So wewe kama mama, if you say that no, we don't vote for women, we don't support women, and then we put you there in parliament because umefinyiliwa, you have umekaliwa, sijui umefanywa nini, whatever it is that we say women are the things that happen to women in society, especially women who are attempting to live their best lives in positions of leadership, in academics, in power. Any power dynamic that involves women, have women really complaining about, why y'all treating me like I don't belong here? Okay, sasa now you belong there. Tumeweka 2/3 gender role. Tumeweka affirmative action. We've said 50% of corporate boards must have women. There are Dr. Paul Kagame, ameweka 60% of the cabinet being women. And then mnafanya the same things as men. No. There has to be a change somewhere. And that's the conversation that we're having today about creating new, honest models of female leadership. What does that actually look like, right? Because what is gendered, guys, is not power. It's actually the patriarchy. And what are we saying when we're packing all these things? What does that mean? What does that mean? So let's look at power by itself, right? Let's look at power and the women's role in power within the patriarchy as we know it, right? And the reality is that women who ascend to power often adopt very patriarchal behaviors because they need to survive male-dominated systems. Mimi nikipata huku Power Radio, ama Power 254 is full of men, and everybody is coming in here, they're smoking, they're drinking alcohol, and when they are making their decisions about something that is an opportunity, how I discuss hapa, when I discuss kwa club, because they like to have a good time with some beverage. Now Mimi, as Caro, who also happens to be a woman, is not really, I'm not supposed to be there, iyo masa. To say me ata to make matters worse. For me, it's good, but to make matters worse, I have a husband. At home, ata kabla tuseme kuna watoto. And this gentleman, wa power, this is an example, right? They are discussing the opportunities in this organization and opportunities for promotion. Mnaenda pale na boss. And you guys hang out together, you chill. Who's going to get promoted at the end of the day? Because Mimi, 9 p.m., 8 p.m., sifai kuwa uko nje, kwa club, kwa sijui kwa hoteli. So that means that I don't have an open space. I don't have a seat at the table because these decisions are not made in the boardroom. The conversations about opportunities are not made in the boardroom. So women often have to adapt male behavior. Like, okay, sawa mi naanza kukunywa, sa naanza kudanganya husband, ama naanza kumwambia itabidi azoee, which is affecting my relationship, affecting my mental health, the fact that I have to force myself to be there because boardroom, nitaongea, guys, I will do everything. I will do presentations, documents, and tapewa, just grunt work. Nitafanya kila kitu that I need to do because I am a responsible, sijui what employee. Lakini the decisions are not being made based on that. They're made on socialization. And I am not allowed. Hakuna mtu amenikataza, but I'm not being invited. Because also, me with a husband, me going home to a home, right? Even me as a single woman, 9 p.m. niko kwa club, 3 days a week on a weekday. Guys, let me tell you, the reality is not the same for women as it is for men. Because only certain kinds of women will be out in a male-dominated space drinking in the middle of the week when you're supposed to be at work early in the morning. So do you understand what I'm saying? So inabidi nijiforce, because that's the only way I will know vitu wanaongelelea. There are opportunities that will never be mentioned in the boardroom, right? So one of the ways that we see this power dynamics playing out through the patriarchy affects women. We have to hold women accountable. But now we are getting to, how do we get to all these broken women where tumeona what men are doing wrong and then we're just copy pasting, right? How does that happen? There is institutional coercion. That means that you need to conform to existing power structures, right? Oprah Winfrey must be a bulldozer to be Oprah Winfrey in the industry, right? Right? We have Margaret Thatcher, Iron Lady. Mimi, wacha niwaambie, guys, I have been a chairperson somewhere at some point. Not like an employer, no, but for an organization at some point, actually twice or thrice. And me to Iron Lady. Why? Because when you're in a position of leadership, you are forced. Institutional coercion, naielewa. By the way, guys, if you're not a no-nonsense person, as a woman, people will walk all over you. I'm not saying lazima tufanye. I'm saying vitu kwa ground, reality kwa ground, ni mbovu. It's very disappointing and frustrating that you have to be in your masculine energy. You have to put in this face nini for people to get it. It's very hard because we don't have training and examples of feminine, gentle women leading spaces in most spaces. Sijasema hawako na sijasema hatuwajui. Ata sijasema they're not our leaders. No, I'm just saying if you're looking at 100% of leadership and then you're looking at 100% of women leaders, managers, CEOs, EDs, whatever it is, those women are not the most friendly ones. Why? Because apa, nikikusmailia as a woman, you think that we're joking. As a man and I'm a boss and you smile, it's just a smile. But as a woman, if I'm smiling, that's a show of weakness. Now you can take advantage of me. Now you can second guess my decisions because I am nice. I am polite. That's unfortunately that systematic patriarchy that we're talking about, that when you're not a certain level of toughness as a woman, you're not taken seriously even by your own institution. Okay, so that's institutional coercion. And then tokenism, right? So you are afraid, you become a pick me, you're afraid of being kicked out if you challenge the status quo. Pale, Sabina Shegi anaambiwa we're being told this very unfortunate comments by Farouk, and she's just like we're not saying she was enjoying it. We're just saying tunayonanga pick-meism. Pick-meism. Yeah, Esther Passaris. Guys, we see the pick-meism. It is there. Truly in Kenyan politics, it's sasa nispowa support, nispowa defend. Si watanitoa jameni, because we're not the ones who are holding the systems of power. It's broken. That's the patriarchy, guys. It's not coming from inside of you. It's internalized. It's coming out of your mouth, but that's not how you were born. It's a system of what happened to the girl who spoke her mind the first time in primary school, and then in high school, and then in campus, and then in your office. What happens to women that speak out? Not the ones who are in positions of power. Achana nao. Just generally women who speak up. What's your perception of them? Like when you're called opinionated, when you're called loud, when you're called passionate, more oftentimes than not, that is a negative perception. And what happens in tokenism is that you just want to become a pick-misha. It's a pick-mishism. right? It's just all these pick-me-shares. Why? Because you don't want kutolewa. So you feel like you must suck up. You must bootlick people in order for you to belong. And that's how women feel. Because one woman in a cabinet of 20 people is the reality, has been the reality. By the time Tuna come up with 2/3 gender rule, guys, Ebu, just go read on your history. So you're wondering, how does this happen? It's because women are afraid. Because girls that speak out are seen as too much. It's cute when they're 8 years old. It's very cute. But take that energy of an 8-year-old, uiweke kwa 25-year-old, and see how that woman is shut down. Let me tell you, watu wanamchocha, but in reality, they speak bad about women like that. I know, because I have heard it, I have seen it, and sometimes I'm that woman. Sometimes I'm that person when he's like, huyu anakuanga too much. But in reality, if you're to take my personality and put it in a man, it will be normal. It will be acceptable. It will be like, he has a point, nini. And a lot of passion in women is seen as emotionalism. But then in a man, it's like, no, he's just passionate. And like, we tend to make a lot of excuses for men. And it has nothing to do with men and women. It's the patriarchy. It's a system of information gathering. Like, you attach information based on what has been acceptable. So kama wewe as a woman, umenyamazishwa your whole life. Girls are meant to be seen and not heard. You thought it was stupid. Lakini hiyo kitu imesikia mara ngapi mpaka you have internalized it. Internalizing something does not mean that it's what is at your conscious. It's in your subconscious. So when we say internalized hatred, internalized patriarchy, it means that you as a woman, sometimes, a lot of the time, participate in shutting other women down because you act the same as men, or you perpetuate the same things that uplift men at the expense of women. Okay, so we're not fighting here. We're not fighting genders. I hope that you're able to stick with me. What we're fighting is the system that is toxic, that allows one party to be held over another one in a way where the other one loses out. And that happens in our Kenyan society. In our Kenyan society, women have to become bullies to be listened to. You have to become mean and rude to be listened to. And I'm not saying that that is what should happen. But unfortunately, that is the pattern we have seen. And that's how we get to the leaders that were like, mnatu embarrass, be demoted right now. That's how we get there. Now, we have a good example where a female governor publicly shamed a survivor of period poverty, mimicking the same stigma she once fought against as an activist. Right? I'm not in the spirit of fighting, yeah? So we're not naming names, but it's fine. Because mnajua miss your gopangi. And wacha nikuulize, I want you to tell me, right, as the Sheversations audience, have you ever compromised your values to fit into a system? Umewaisikia nafaa kuongea but wacha ninyamaze? Personally, I have. Not my values. Values is very deep, no, but my conviction. Like hapa nafaa kuongea but wacha ninyamaze juu hapa sitaeleweka. Ama itakaa ni kama napigana, niko na vita, ama niko na fujo, ama sijui I'm complaining. In this Kenyan system, you speak up and then you're complaining. You say the truth and then you're complaining. And you know what? It really depends on who's complaining. If it's the person who's holding power complaining, iyo ni kawaida. Inaeleweka, it's normal. In fact, it is. We listen and we take feedback. Right? But if you're not supposed to be, unasumbua watu and they don't want to hear what you have to say even if it's valid, but see, you're labeled as a complainer. And that's the reality of power dynamics in Kenyan systems, right? So, niambie, have you ever compromised your values to fit into a system? I have compromised my conviction, keeping quiet in situations where I shouldn't because I am afraid of kuambiwa niko na drama. Lakini, that's exactly what everybody was thinking. Lakini unajua, you're going to be victimized. You are going to be the highlight in somebody's head when they want to look for a problem. Because wewe ndio unashindanga ukisema this and that. Lakini this and that ni ukweli na this and that need to be looked into. That is how we come up with these toxic systems, right? Share your story. #Sheversations. Let me know when you have ever compromised your value system, your values to fit into a system, particularly one. Niambie tu, what perspective of it was it? And do you see this happening? Am I making things up? Let me know. And then kuna ingine hapa, the Queen Bee syndrome. Internalized misogyny in leadership, right? You don't like women. You say you do, but you don't like women because anytime you're talking about women, what are your comments? Oh, hata huyu si mrembo sana. Hata huyu, if I was a man, I would not marry her. Hata huyu hana ass, hana titties. I'm sorry, guys, but I hear you guys talking like that. That's internalized misogyny. You're not better. You're not a girl's girl. You're not here for women. Okay? You're not. You're not, because unasaidia nani? Queen Beeism. So some women leaders gatekeep opportunities from other women because of a scarcity mindset. There is limited space for women at the top. There is only space. It's the same matrix kama zile za race and tokenism. There is only space for one dark-skinned actress per decade uko America. Angalia tu, every 5 years, there's a new dark-skinned beauty. And then all the black ones, the Halle Berrys, Hailey Baileys, the Zendayas, the Zoe Saldanas, guys, they're all mixed race. Those are the people they're calling black. That's a great example because pale ukiangalia news anchors, there's only one space in every organization, right? Utapata there's 3, 6, 7, 20 male, and then there's like 3. Tunawajua by name in the media when it comes to primetime television and news anchors in Kenya. That is a prime example of it's a trend that feeds into the patriarchy. The queen bee, there's no space. And so the system comes together. Pia wewe unajua, you have to sleep with someone because if you don't, wamesha kuambia, you're not even that beautiful. Because you understand that you're not going to be the one chosen. And that's what they hold over hold over your head, right? And also trauma. Ukona trauma. So you've survived patriarchy and you adopt its tactics. So what do? You bully junior female staff. Because where you are bullied, you're like, ebu zoea. Hey, for women, it's hard, ebu zoea. So you're not making it easy. By the way, I wouldn't say where, but I have ever been told that. I've been told, sisi wote tumepitia. If you're a woman, lazima upitie. And this was somebody who was genuinely excellent at their work. Genuinely a really good trainer, a really good teacher to me. Lakini kulikuwa na siku kulikuwa na shida. And I was genuinely concerned as to the treatment that, somebody else was giving me. And instead of this person saying that's wrong, alisema itabidi uzoe. Imagine, it had to do with sexual harassment na pia workload. That thing of being harassed, like you're taking advantage of me because I'm a woman. Because, you're not doing this same thing to my male colleagues at the same level. I was a junior somewhere. Na nikambiwa hivyo itabidi uzoe. By somebody who was my senior, somebody that I looked up to. And let me tell you, if you don't have a mind of your own, or you don't have a mind that comes out of the brokenness of the system, utafanyia the next person hivo. Utamwambia, when it comes to this, ebu nyamaza, pia sisi tuliguzwa. Pia sisi, it's what our parents say when it comes to education and finances and family. Like, and being beaten. Ati, zoea, itabidi uvumilie. Kama shule, kama sisi if we didn't die, you won't die. Guys, that's a trauma response. That's not healthy. That is what happens in leadership. That's what happens for women. Now, let's give an example. In 2024, a female minister opposed the gender equity bill, saying, I made it without quotas. Did I not just say, kama si kukufa, hutakufa? What? I'm sorry, but why are we praising suffering? We have said as women, our mark of strength is not how far we can go suffering, how much pain we can endure, okay? That's nonsense, right? And I want to challenge everybody to please tag a woman who uplifts others, especially leaders. Tag them. Just make a post and tag them. Put them on your story. Tag them. Say Sheversations wamesema. Tag at Power Radio. Tag at Caroline Murote. And then tag that person and just celebrate them. Just say, no. This is real female leadership. This is real female leadership. Let's actually celebrate that. Now, let's look into systems. How do institutions force compliance, right? So, it is a fact that patriarchal systems actually reward women for upholding toxic norms. How is this done? Promotion incentives. Women who play the game get faster career advancement. It's a game. All women politicians will tell you this thing is a game. As a woman, you cannot win if. Imesha set you up. you're in a social rat race. You're never going to get anywhere. Mnazunguka tu, mnafuatana. If you don't follow these men, these toxic men, they're not going to add you into their cabinet. You're not going to be on the board. Ata utapata your job. You're never going to be promoted. Utaongezewa mshahara if you don't play the game. You have to play the game. Alafu tuko na punitive measures, right? We have whistleblowers that face retaliation. Sasa hiyo ndio nimesema. Ukiongea, when you point out things that are broken ya ukweli, because wengine wamezoea. Others have trauma. Wamekubali. Wamezoea hawaongei. Wewe uongee, you're going to be punished. You're going to victimize. You're going to be victimized. That's punitive measures, right? Let me give an example. Kenya's FIDA, we love FIDA, they report that 60% of women MPs face threats for challenging male colleagues. Senator Gloria alisema that the reason why she was ousted is because she refused sexual advances. Guys, do you know, it sounds like, because already we're not happy with her, but do you know that the chances and the likelihood of that story being true is very close to 100%? Because how many times has it happened? Even the leaders who are currently in power and may be happy with their positions, how many times has it happened to them? But what do? You turn a blind eye, and because you're like, okay, me skupendi anyways, so go and suffer, let the system deal with you. Unasahau that kesho itakuwa wewe, because that same system isn't going to go with that person. That system is not going with Gloria. The system where women are put in awkward and compromising positions, or literally stripped of their punished. That system is not going anywhere. So if you watch mwenzako jumpendi akiwa unfairly treated, right? You're not able to separate that this is wrong. Yes, this woman is annoying and she's wrong in this area, but hapa hafai kufanyiwa hivyo. Kesho itakuwa wewe. Na kama si wewe itakuwa somebody that you care and love. And if it's never you, tuseme you're so lucky that what goes around does not come around for you at a time when we can see it, where you're experiencing it, where you're able to be like, hey, anyway, I brought this upon myself. What you're doing is upholding a system that's going to damage other women. So what are you actually fighting for if you can't protect the future of women leadership by fighting toxic systems while you're there? You're a gatekeeper. You're a gatekeeper. Now, in the US this year, a congresswoman voted against paid parental leave to align with her party's male leadership. Ha is all I have to say. Ha is a Tswana expression of disgust. A Xhosa one and a Tswana one and a Zulu one. If you say ha, it means That's what it means. It means ew. Ew. That's all I have to say. I don't have any intelligent feedback for that. Just ew. Okay? And where as a viewer here, you need to email your representative and demand accountability. Right? Just look at what you're holding them accountable for. Your women reps, your female cabinet, sijui senators, sijui governors. Just go and question them on what they're doing that's within their docket. Also, let's be guided, comrades. Let us be guided. Let us go there with order. So do your research as to what is within their scope. What are they supposed to be doing, and hold them accountable. Demand accountability. You're allowed. Their information is in public domain. You're supposed to be able to contact them. So go to your website for your county, sub-county, your ward. Google those things. Visit the chief's office and ask about the procedures, and become a citizen that participates in dismantling toxic systems of patriarchy. Now, let's look at redefining power. What do we need to do? True female leadership looks like collaboration over competition. This is something we have been singing. So a good example is Rwanda's 61% female parliament passes more inclusive policies. Why? Because 61% is, guys, the rotten potatoes hawezi sumbua kila mtu, hawezi haribu kila mtu. 61% is a majority. So this means that when we're done with the pick-mishas, we are done with the tokenism, we are done with the punitive measures, then we can actually get to the business. We cover that in the majority of the problematic women, and we still have a few that stand for what we should stand for. And then actually seeing vulnerability as strength, because one of a woman's strengths is her ability to be soft and emotive. It is not a weakness. It is not a weakness. Now, to an example where New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern normalized maternal leave in office. Because now, when must we give birth, guys? Is it only, God forbid, barren women who should take power, or women who want to be child free, women who are not interested in that institution, or women who long finished having children 10 years ago? No, it cannot be the case. Now, in Namibia, a youth minister created a shadow cabinet of teenage girls to advise on policies. Why are we not doing that in Kenya? Mechoka na Gen Z, but you don't want to, you just want, what's wrong with this youth in the streets? That dialogue of politicians coming onto the media telling young people to stop making noise on social media, stop making noise on the streets, and actually do it by the ballot. Mayona yo ballot, guys. Pale bombers. Tunaonanga the choir and the drama that's happening at every election, and you're telling us that that's the only thing that we can do? That's a lie. No, that's what should happen. What is happening in Namibia? A shadow cabinet. Have bright minds, young speakers, debaters, people that write brilliant papers before you have tarnished them with the internalized misogyny and patriarchy. Because mimi nakwambia, it reaches an age where umechoka to, like, umezoea to the point where somebody who's confident and unafraid and has not been disillusioned by the brokenness of the system, they stand out vibaya to you. Let me tell you, it's systematic. And a lot of us are there. A lot of us need to heal. Sidri, we need to heal, we need to fix it, we need to upside down, right? We need to upside down because everything is the wrong way up. We need to flip it. And I need you to go and do a self-audit. This is my assignment to you, Sheversation list. What kind of a leader do you want to be? Achana na hizo tulikuwa tunaulizwa high school. Sai, as in the ward that you live in, the sub-county, the county that you live in, the county ndio nasema. If you're the governor, what are the governors doing wrong that you would do different? If you're the senator, you're a female senator, what would you do different from our friends Karen and Gloria? Because those ones they have been poster girls for everything wrong. What would you do different? Wewe kama woman rep, you've made noise. Twai kitu haisaidi wanachoma. What would you do different? If you are Mother Karua, if you are Wangai Mathai, would you do the same as them? What would you do differently? And have you actually gone to look into the journey? If you are Oprah Winfrey, if you are Michelle Obama, if you are, do you understand where I'm going? Ebu fanya your assignment. Uniandikie pale kwa mtandao, what would you actually do? And pale, as we are just nearing the end, what does it look like to hold ourselves accountable? Ladies, as leaders, what does it look like to hold ourselves accountable? What does it actually look like? Mimi na wauliza, right? Balancing accountability with grace, okay? It looks like calling in and not just calling out. So this looks like private mentorship for struggling leaders. Okay, you have called out somebody, they're trash, they're doing terribly, they're incompetent. Uliwasaidia sangapi? How many conversations have you had with this person? How many letters? How many tips? The first time you saw them fall or fail, how many tips have you given this person? Okay? That's what it means to call in as opposed to just calling out. It means holding somebody's hand and being willing. Like, haunisaidi kama kazi yako ni kusema na choma and you're not giving me solutions. Okay, here on Sheversations, we give solutions. We give a lot of recommendations. If you don't take them, wezi sema tujawai jaribu, right? This is my way of doing it towards our leaders. We always have a call to action of what can be done differently. Now, for you, nakuuliza, when you in a position of leadership or in a position of watching somebody leading, how many conversations have you had with them to let them know that what they're doing is not working? And what suggestions and recommendations have you made by the time you are blasting them? By the way, kama mimi hujaniambia, you cannot, it's hard to hold somebody accountable that you've not given an expectation. It's actually redundant, right? And what does that look like according to structure? Let's come up with structural solutions. So we have KEWOPA that now requires gender audits for all women in office. Okay? Like, let's see how you're performing. But so that we can help you, ndio tukusaidie. Let's actually check as a woman, what are you doing for women? What's the impact of what you're doing? As opposed to just, because in Kenya, we have a hate culture. We're haters. Even when you're right, you're a hater because of venye unaongea. There is a helpful way to give information. There is a helpful way to give feedback. There is a progressive way. And let me tell you, in this country, our government just comes and says, wah, and insults us. He treats us criminals. Mara, we are cousins. Mara, we are what? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? We don't actually work together. And now that trickles down to how organizations are run. Have conversations with whoever you think is struggling. Sit down and have conversations. Inform them. Don't just watch them failing. Okay, that's what we're saying. And do those things. If you have a set of expectations for somebody, labda ajui Kenya unajua. Ebu, let's become better leaders. Let's give constructive criticism. Don't just pull people down. They might be struggling because hawana information. So give them information in the most effective way possible. See venye tu naona. It's not enough to give an opinion. Otherwise, you're just making noise. You're making noise for people and they're going to remain confused. Become a teacher and a mentor whenever you have a complaint. Okay? Ask yourself, sasa juu nimeona hii shida, how can I be a part of the solution? That is what a good leader does. Now in Kenya, uku Kenya, this month, last month, Sindio, after backlash, the shamed governor partnered, tumekuwa na a governor, right, who was shamed, and they partnered with Zana Africa to launch a period dignity workshop. The same one there who was actually refusing period poverty manenos. So, yeah, kakeleleshwa. And then she was advised, now, if you're wrong, become accountable. So now you're shaming women for your period shaming women. It's okay. Now, if you're really accountable, go and give money to an organization that's actually doing this work. That's what it looks like. Okay. That's what it actually looks like. It looks like change. It looks like change. Now, how you can support this is at Feminists KE, right? And the hashtag there is Patriarchy Exit Plan. So what do? You donate or you volunteer. That 50 bob, you don't know what to do with it, ama you don't know how to support, send that 50 bob there. They're on the onlines. Now, mwisho is we need to rewrite the rules, boys and girls, right? Number one, you vote wisely. You support leaders who practice feminist values and not just female faces. Okay, we're not just looking for titties and ovaries. Boys and girls, we're looking for accountability. Okay, you can follow somebody's pattern. What have they done? Wacha nikwambie kama wamekuwa kichoma for the past 10 years, they are going to continue chomaing. Look at who they've been collaborating with. When things are hot, how did they respond? What do they say on social media? When they're fighting other politicians or they're dealing with heated issues, what do they say? Vote wisely. Number two, you mentor relentlessly. You create pipelines for ethical women leaders. Okay? In this organization, we don't slut shame women. In this organization, women have period leave. Women have maternal leave. Women are good leaders. You don't say nonsensical comments about women. That's just an example, a policy that could be there in your organization. And mentoring means that you're actually giving training. You're not just complaining. You are empowering people to meet the expectations. Women, maybe the reason why a lot of these women leaders fail is because they don't have training. Me, sijui because siwaelewangi, but we're trying to address it in this conversation. And then you document abuse. Okay? Sexism in politics. There's a map by Ushahidi, right? There's a map in Ushahidi. So go look up Ushahidi. It's an organization that actually documents sexism in politics. Actually document it, right? Remember the girls who have the app where you can, you have a code to report GBV cases so that perpetrators can be brought to justice. That's the same mentality. And I need you to know that power is not gendered. Patriarchy is. Okay, maybe if you struggle to understand what people are always fighting the patriarchy for, this is the reason why. It's not fighting women or men. It's a system that is toxic, that upholds toxic male or masculine values that some men don't even have. Some men are just beautiful, just very forward thinking, very progressive, very good. Yani, we just love them. But the patriarchy is alive even in women. It is a system that has been created. And this week, challenge one system that rewards toxicity. And come back and tell me how that went. Come back and tell me how that went. Let me know what you're thinking about the patriarchy. Women in leadership. We're always saying so many things. Na leo tumeona in our What's Happening segment how beautiful it is when women leaders actually come together and work with the society to create change. So many stories, right? And I wanted to start on a positive note to show you and to prove to you that women are actually doing a good job as leaders. Lakini the ones that are not, and the pattern that is there, we need to disprove it, because it's not all women, and it's not generally that women have a problem. It is a system. Hence why we are fighting our hardest through giving information and just giving you awareness to dismantle this particular system. Now, for me, nimemaliza. I finished making noise for the day, and I hope that you're able to make noise in your little corner of the world. Kindly make noise. Sindio? Apa nawachia Panda Shuka by Wendy K. And I hope that you have a beautiful Tuesday, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. From me, Caroline Murote, this has been my 2 hours, and I love you. Bye-bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Natembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa. Nakimbia, maisha ya kimbiza, panda shuka kusaka pahali pema, naomba majaliwa. Go get it on the roll, don't quit it. If you must know, you're a fighter, you already know. Dunia ina mambo, acha nikushow. Lazima ujipange, mendo kasi yao waste. Take your time, don't regret it. Cheza smart, janjaruka usiwachwe. Take it easy, kuna leo kesho labda 50-50. Maneno ya wengine usipatikane, ni hatari, si usare. Nipe nikupe ndio tusonge mbele, maisha ya tamaa iko na kaswende. Binadamu ni mchanga, tapita tu, na dunia mviringo itasonga tu. Natembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa. Nakimbia, maisha ya kimbiza, panda shuka kusaka pahali pema, naomba majaliwa. Jitete maisha mapema, usijali uko na Mola. Tia bidii na ukumbuke, bahali umetoka ukumbuke, baraka zitakufuata milele. Natembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa. Nakimbia, maisha ya kimbiza, panda shuka kusaka pahali pema, naomba majaliwa.
From sunrise to